There's something going on in the Seattle area.
Seattle?
That could take over DoorDash, Postmate, and possibly Uber Eats.
Oh, like a new app?
Something like that.
But it's Seattle, right?
Do we trust the Seattle area though?
Isn't that where they had the autonomous zone, or was that Portland?
I think it's Portland, no?
Wait,
I
is
think
it
it was
Seattle?
Chaz?
Chaz.
Chaz, was that Seattle or Portland?
It wasn't either because it was its own territory.
Yeah, how dare you not?
It's like its own DC almost.
So
But was it? Which one was it?
I don't know.
Oregon
man.
or
This isn't
Seattle?
about
They were
Chaz.
independent. They were independent of Chaz.
Okay,
Seattle.
look. So here's the thing that that's making waves out there. It's a guy named Tony who
I
says
heard about
he'll
this.
deliver your food personally for $5 as long as it's in the Tony zone.
What a fucking gem, dude.
That's fucking tight.
$5 zone.
Dude, Tony delivers. Yep, as long as you're within his zone. Yep, $5 or for 10% of the bill if it's over $50 worth of food.
So he just bikes everywhere, huh?
Yeah, so he's been putting up his flyers like all over the town, and then people are like seeing it and going, "Oh, shit."
Now, does he deliver to Chaz?
Maybe the site where it once was, sure.
Wait, so is it worth it?
You asshole.
Okay, how long does it take for him to pick up food and deliver it? If it's $5, then that means if it takes 15 minutes even to go from one end to the other, that means at max he's only making like $20 an hour.
Maybe.
I want to know what his method
Well,
is.
no, you got to remember because if the delivery is $90, the food,
Oh, he gets 10%.
then he's getting
I see.
$9.
And if he...
And then he might still be banking on when he does show up. I bet you at least 40% of people are giving him a tip.
Oh.
And he might be picking up from like 3 places.
Oh, okay.
And people might be, because he's not like on an app or whatever the fuck, people might be paying him cash, so he's not getting taxed on it.
Dude, we should film
Ooh,
up in
good
Seattle.
idea.
We film. We order fucking barbecue catering, dude, from Port Tony, and we put his business to the test.
See how fast he is.
Oh yeah, it's like, hey, dude, yeah, it's $1,000 order.
So
Let's
I
see
was,
if you can deliver, dude.
He's getting $100 for it.
Taller order.
Yeah. it's-
Also, is that in the main downtown Seattle area?
It says, yeah, downtown, SLU, Belltown, Cascade, Denny,
Okay,
Triangle.
so it's like
Lower.
Belltown and all that stuff. Most of like the main restaurants that a lot of people order from anywhere, where it would be convenient for somebody to grab it for you on a busy ass street because they have that whole downtown spot.
Yeah.
They're all on the same street anyway, so it might be a convenient spot for somebody who
he just goes bam, bam,
lives
bam.
there or whatever. You know
Bikes.
what I mean?
Bam, bam, bam.
Here's how
Bikes.
you do it.
Okay.
He writes it right here. You text him your name, address, and the restaurant, and you order your food on the restaurant's website. You text him the estimated wait time, and then meet him in the lobby.
Wow.
Pretty cool, huh? What a nice guy.
What happens if the guy orders drinks on his bike, dude?
What happens if you order a lot of hot coffee?
Yeah. What would you do then?
Collapsible food.
Hey, dude, I got an ice cream cake that's gonna be not ice cream for very long.
Yeah. So I went down this. There's a Reddit of people that actually have ordered from him, and they're talking about how it was. And a lot of them are like, yeah, he's great, love the guy, super cool guy. And then some people are like, oh yeah, this person said, yeah, for everyone asking, Tony's legit. He's super sweet, a lot faster than DoorDash, Uber Eats, and asks that if you get a delivery from him, you let people know that he is the real deal. And then, yeah, a lot of people are saying they're using him. Someone said he took an hour and a half to deliver his food.
Dude, what it,
That's an off day.
I compete with Tony in this area. I'll deliver your food for $2, but when I get there, I have to show you my penis.
Holy.
Or you gotta let me eat with you.
And you have to look. You have to look at it.
You have to
You
look
have to
at
look
it?
at
See it.
You have to look. You have
It's a
to,
flasher's dream.
I'll do it for $2, dude.
$2?
If you can do it for $2, I'll do it.
$2 is kind of, cause what if it's like,
$2,
if it's
right?
like $100, that's $10.
Yeah.
Or I just look at your penis.
How long do I have to
and
look
what's
at
it worth for my kink? Like a lot. So like for me, I'm like that's worth the worth the work.
How long do I have to look at your penis for?
You have to like look at it for like a good 15 seconds.
That's long, bro.
Yeah. You have to let it linger. You have to let it linger.
That's not a flash, dude.
Burning in your brain.
Yeah, because that's the problem. If I
traumatized.
Postmates once a week, then I looked at it 4 times in a month. gonna be stuck there.
I'm telling you, man.
I don't want to.
You might have.
Yeah, but by the second month, you're desensitized.
No, you might, or he starts having weird dreams. That's what I'm hoping for.
Oh yeah, that could happen.
Or when he gets hungry, you start thinking about Steve's dick.
Yeah, probably think of Steve's dick randomly for no
It's a
reason.
conditioning thing? Oh my god.
Hey, it's only $2 for food delivery.
Like the bell rings, Steve's dick.
It's cool though because yeah, someone said that they ordered from him. They've been ordering from him for like 4 or 5 months. That he delivered their burrito in 5 minutes.
That's pretty sweet.
And then another person said they did it during rush and it took an hour and a half because he's the only guy doing it. He doesn't have other guys. He's literally one dude.
Just Tony.
So there's a thing that's actually happening in the dance community right now, especially in like a bunch of dance studios, right? If you're like an actually established or like known choreographer or teacher, a lot of teachers are now opting to rent the studio space and then charge for their classes separate. Cool. Right, because the difference if you work through the studio and the studio pays you, then there's like a studio flat fee and then a per head rate. But if you rent the studio, you might rent the studio space for 2 hours, which costs significantly less in terms of what actual total amount comes in, and then you profit the rest. Right, so it makes a lot more sense if you know you're going to pull students, but then you have 100% liability. So in any situation where somebody gets injured or you have to refund something or whatever, you're fully responsible for everything. The studio has no liability because you just rented the space and you have to adhere to the rules, right? So that's the only concept that I feel is perceivable in this thing. If he's the guy who's delivering, let's say if he gets in a car accident, he doesn't have like Uber Eats or whatever to, you know, be a parent company that has an insurance policy. If he comes late,
Or some guy gets food poisoning.
Yeah,
he might end up being responsible or some
exactly.
shit.
So I think that he just assumes all liability. He has a greater profit margin, and he might be able to undercut something that's greater. But you just assume all like liability and responsibility. That's the only
Hopefully
potential.
He has an LLC then.
Does he have a business insurance?
I mean, it looks pretty. His stuff looks pretty organized.
Does he do it on a bicycle?
I think so.
It looks like
yeah.
he's wearing a helmet and everyone.
But that's the other part of the LLC.
Unless he's a
That's the
target.
other part of that liability, right? If an Uber Eats, let's say a fucking crazy car accident happens and the Uber Eats delivery driver dies, Uber Eats doesn't go down. You know what I mean? Just one of their drivers did.
But his whole business goes up if he doesn't, you know.
That's what I'm saying though. If he gets like injured and he can't deliver for a week, the whole business is down for a week. So that's the difference with that kind of
Are you saying
liability.
like that like Uber Eats and all those guys should just kick his ass?
That's what he's saying.
Something happened to Tony.
And this video is brought to you by Postmates.
Something happened to Tony. My cheesecake didn't come.
I always wondered when there's like these like new business initiatives, who are the people that are like the first people that are like, oh yeah, I hit up Tony.
Guaranteed they're high.
Oh yeah.
They're walking down the street in Seattle, fucking high as fuck. They see this fucking poster, and they just had their food delivered, or their food didn't show up or some shit. So they're walking to the restaurant and they're pissed.
Yeah, because look at the poster. It's a pretty good sell.
Yeah,
it
it is a
says
good sell.
angry with absurd Uber Eats fees.
That's true. It can be a lot sometimes.
Good sales copy, dude.
Especially
Yeah.
for you, huh?
And Seattle is that type of market to try the like new underdog, like anti-establishment thing anyway.
Right, yeah.
And it's all pretty close together.
$5. That's true. That's a good price.
Do you think those anti-establishment people that start to use him as a courier would tip him?
No.
Why does it feel like they don't tip?
Well, they won't tip because if you say it's, hey, you're the cheap version of this service, nobody's gonna tip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I think the contrary. Like, I would probably tip knowing if 100% of the tip went to the driver.
Sure.
You know what I mean? With the
okay,
delivery
yeah,
person.
yeah, yeah,
Versus
yeah.
sometimes when you know, like, even when you go into a restaurant, and I'll ask sometimes, I'll be like, hey, does the tip go to you, or do you have to split it with everybody? You know what I'm saying? I'll just ask because I'm curious, because I've worked at restaurants where it's been like that before, and I liked when the tip went to me for my service versus when I had to cover the fucking ass of somebody else who I hated working with, and I knew I had to split tips with them.
Does 100% of the Junbi tip go to the person that's at the register?
All the employees.
Oh, it pulls?
Pulled, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sure, like it goes to
There's
me.
nothing wrong with that if everybody's
These are all the employees.
You know what I'm saying? If the company culture is everybody's dope and is actually working together.
I steal their tips.
So he notes here that, like, let's say you get a chicken bowl from Chipotle. DoorDash, the total would be $20.47. Uber Eats would be $27.50. through Tony, it's 1503. That's a pretty big
I like
difference.
the comparison.
He could actually become a drug mule too. Like if you're a drug dealer, you make a fake website, and then like let's say you just put your drugs in like a hamburger thing, and then now you just let all your clients know, order a hamburger from my website, screenshot it, Tony will deliver it to you, and he doesn't even know. He thinks he's delivering hamburger.
And this is the part of the video where his marketing starts going downward.
Yeah, it starts tanking.
Just boom, and it goes up. Yeah.
Be optimistic,
Probably
Anthony.
not.
Imagine ruining Tony's business by using him as a drug mule. He didn't even know. He gets taken down.
He's investigated.
Cops don't believe him at all.
Dude, Grubhub's fucking
my
setting him up.
Or everybody starts hitting him up to mule drugs, and they're like, "Where did you get this idea?"
Oh, no.
And it's marketing for us.
But Tony starts delivering in a Ferrari. He's like, I don't know, my business just taking off.
Tony starts putting it together. He's like, these orders are getting lighter and lighter.
That's so sad.
He's like, I opened one of them and there was just buns, no burger.
Yeah, but he's saying too that like, or the people are talking about. I'm curious how much money he makes because I guess if you do the math, he'd had to hit 5 to 6 deliveries in an hour in order to make a livable wage.
See?
And that's without tips though. So
Nah, he loses with his mom.
Yeah, because I bet Seattle's expensive.
If he loses with his
it's
mom,
gotta be. Yeah.
I think people are, number one, if he's doing bike, there's no gas. Number two, if it's more than a $50 meal, which is oftentimes a lot of people order more than $50, he's getting more than that. Number three, it's cash, no taxes, and then it's fucking also tips. Like, I just think it's got to be reasonable.
Boys,
because I see a QR code right there.
And Apple Pay and stuff.
So he's got Apple Pay or some shit like that.
You think he has a spare tire?
That's
Great question.
If he doesn't have a spare tire, then he's probably only making like $6 an hour.
It looks like he's like a people's hero though. It's pretty cool. They all love him.
He's like a food delivery vigilante.
Yeah.
Here's the thing he's not telling. It's like the movie The Prestige with Christian Bale. He's got a twin.
Oh, there's two Tonys?
Is that what happens in the movie The Prestige?
Yeah, and his twin.
I've never
is
seen it, dude.
slave.
God.
Well, dude, spoiler alert, dude. Even though the movie came out like 17 years ago.
Have you seen The Prestige?
Yeah, it's hella good.
Hella good movie. Oh, I love that twist too.
So the whole thing at the end is he has a twin? He's not a real magician. He's just
Dude, the Wolverine's in it.
You gotta watch
cool
it.
invention, basically.
That's my favorite Christopher Nolan movie, actually.
It's a movie.
best Christopher
it's
Nolan
a Tesla movie too.
All-time favorite movie, actually. Not just my favorite Christopher Nolan movie. It's my favorite movie ever.
It's a really good
And
movie.
he just ruined it for me right now.
Magic
No.
is pretty whack.
It's good marketing. Marketing went up.
See it? That's kind of what you get.
Yeah, that's what you get.
That's your penalty for waiting so long.
Finally finished Whiplash.
Yeah, I don't fucking like that. Look at that too. That's the same twist.